please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
It is the directorate which is coming in from the Supreme Court. They have directed that there will be a floor test which will take place tomorrow. Remember that the BJP has opposed this, but the Congress has gone ahead and the Supreme Court has now finally decided that the BJP should be proving its numbers on the floor in order to go ahead and continue being the government in Karnataka. Remember that the governor himself had asked for 15 days or had given 15 days to the BJP, which was much more than what the past precedent in such cases was. So that was really one of the things which was brought up by the opposition. But it seems as though the Supreme Court has also mentioned that they have looked at past precedent in this case and that the BJP will have to prove their numbers tomorrow in terms of forming the government. Separately, I think this is also going to continue being an important cue come Monday straight, Surbhi.
Well, yes, though I mean one can argue, Ekta, that the market has already kind of moved beyond Karnataka polls, but I guess politics is never something you can entirely ignore. What we do know now is that at 4 p.m. tomorrow, this floor test is going to go through. Not unexpected. This was the scenario that that was being built in going by some of the previous polls that we've seen. We do have Shireen joining in now. Shireen, so this is going on expected lines that the time period has been curtailed for the test?
Yes, absolutely. As we have been discussing, the court has chosen not to get involved in the matter of whether the governor was right or wrong in inviting B.S. Yeddyurappa to form the government. In fact, through the process of the arguments in court today, they have said that that is an issue that they will take a call on later. But what we were given to understand is that the court would observe that the 15-day time period only opens up windows and opportunities for horse trading, and that is what the court has said no to. The court has very categorically stated that the floor test should be held tomorrow. The court has also observed that there are past precedents on fixing this kind of a time period. Mukul Rohatgi, who was appearing for two BJP MLAs, said that tomorrow is too early, at least till Monday. That was the time that he asked for, but the court has made it absolutely clear they cannot give any more time. In fact, Justice Sikri saying that they cannot give any more time, and they have now decided that the floor test will be conducted tomorrow. So that is the decision of the highest court on the issue of whether it was right or wrong for the governor to invite Yeddyurappa versus the JDS Congress combined. There are arguments that Kapil Sibal has presented, Ram Jethmalani, etc. have presented, but the moot point is the floor test will be held tomorrow in the Assembly of Karnataka at 4 p.m. Now, other important issues, the Attorney General arguing, saying that there should be a secret ballot, which the court has said no to. Now, it is going to be incumbent on each side, the JDS and the Congress, who've already moved their MLAs out of Karnataka, to ensure that they return in time for the floor test tomorrow, and similarly for the BJP. So the action now moves to Karnataka. 4 p.m. tomorrow is what the Supreme Court has laid down and directed for the floor test. No more time to be given.
Okay. Shireen, just a quick follow-up question. What do the numbers look like based on what we are seeing today?
Well, in terms of the numbers, if the Congress to the governor had said that they have the support of 117, so that's the number as far as the JDS Congress combined is concerned. And as far as BJP goes, the number that they have is 104. Even today, the court asked Mukul Rohatgi to present the letters that Mr. Yeddyurappa had given to the governor and asked Mr. Rohatgi why the number had not been stated in terms of the number of people that support the BJP. And Mr. Rohatgi argued very vociferously, as he did on the day of the first hearing, that it was not incumbent on the BJP to submit the numbers or the names, and that would be a matter for the floor test to decide. And that is exactly what the court has directed now, that the floor test will be the determinant as far as proving majority is concerned. So the action now moves there.
Absolutely. Just one more point over here. The fact that at the moment the Congress is insisting on a floor test tomorrow and the BJP is yearning for a few more days, it looks the subtle implication is that someone is more prepared than the other. And therefore, it's quite possible that if there is little time to buy out other MLAs or make other arrangements, the BJP is unable to prove its majority.
I guess we know for a fact that the Taj Krishna in Hyderabad is going to be in severe lockdown. No one's getting in, no one's getting out of that hotel for sure over the next couple of hours.
It's not new for Taj, Shah. Shireen, Taj is very experienced with this. You remember when Ram Lal was governor and NTR paraded his, representatives, MLAs, in front of the governor. So this is, I mean, all sides are experts at it. The resorts are good at it. The MLAs are good at it. The Congress is very good at it.
Absolutely. And as and Surabhi, just to your point, they have to get out of the Taj because they have to get back onto the buses and head back to Bangalore. They have absolutely no choice. They have to be back in to make sure that they're in assembly for the floor test at 4 p.m. tomorrow. But, just to Lata's point very quickly, it has been curious because if you look at what we heard from the BJP, what we heard from Mr. Yeddyurappa, he said, give me 7 days to prove majority. That was the demand and the ask of the BJP. Look what the governor decided to do. Give 15 days for them to prove majority. Mr. Rohatgi in court today also arguing that, look, even as per the Sarkaria Commission, you could even give 30 days to prove majority. But clearly the court has said that you have to look at the practicalities, and the practicality on the ground today is that you leave the window open for horse trading, and hence the court's decision to go in for the floor test tomorrow.
Absolutely, extremely welcome. And we know, the sordid tale of 75 years of not always 30 states. At one point in time, it was more like 20 states. But the sordid drama has played over and over again in every state government, and the governor and the various parties and the central government have all played devious roles. So no one is clean over here, but at the moment I think the Supreme Court has made it as clean as it possibly can. So winding up words from Ashmit Kumar. Ashmit, any further observations that you would like to tell us?
Okay. I think we've got him on a bad line.
Back to court.
Lata, just a quick last word, because we're going to be reacting to the news on Monday, whatever the case might be. Does it matter to the markets anymore?
No, I think you should ask my neighbor that. Rahul is here. Rahul, that was going to be my winding up question. If the BJP fails the test tomorrow, and if the BJP succeeds in the test tomorrow, what does it mean for the market on Monday?
So, Lata, I think if you see the high point of the Nifty after the verdict came out, the Nifty was at 10,950. Yes. It's already down to 10,650. So, I think somewhere the market has sort of put this in the past that the BJP, if it doesn't form the government, the worst is probably already in the price. You probably get another 50, 100 points on the way up. If they do, I don't think it's going to be much more significant than that, because there are still a lot of PSU bank, pharma earnings that are still likely to come through. Crude is at 80. I think there's a lot for the market to worry about beyond just one state elections. But I think if the BJP doesn't do it, I think it's already probably in the price with the 300-point fall you've seen in the market.
Okay, I don't think it can be more ably put. Thank you very much, Rahul. If the negative is there in the price and the positive, if any, is 100 points, because once again, crude will tell and earnings will tell. And public sector banks' woes will tell. I think Ashmit is back.
Yes, we do have Ashmit with us just to wrap up what he's seen in court, considering he was there. Ashmit, over to you.
Well, as we are all aware, the Apex Court has laid down the position that is, at least as far as this current issue is concerned, given that there are broader constitutional issues involved, issues regarding whether or not the governor enjoys discretion, whether or not the governor's actions are subject to judicial review, whether or not a governor can be injuncted. These are broader questions where the Supreme Court said will take time. But given the urgency of the current situation, given that there is a situation in Karnataka regarding the governance which needs to be resolved, it's critical that this issue be remedied. And the only solution that the Apex Court had as of right now is to expedite the floor test. So towards that end, what we understand is that the Apex Court has laid down the deadline. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. is when we can expect a floor test in the Karnataka Assembly. Now, this was, mind you, a position that was steadfastly opposed by Mr. Rohatgi. He's appearing for Mr. Yeddyurappa. He made his position clear that the constitutional precedents are clear, that a time period of at least 15 days should be provided. If not 15, he requested for at least a 7-day period. And then he subsequently revised his position even further to requesting a date on Monday or on Tuesday for conducting those tests. Clearly the BJP, clearly the Yeddyurappa government looking to buy time as of right now. The Apex Court, however, wouldn't have it any other way. The Apex Court has now laid it down, has made it clear that tomorrow is when the Yeddyurappa government will have to make its position clear. And this, importantly, came on the back of arguments by both Abhishek Manu Singhvi as well as Kapil Sibal, who argued that at least as far as the numbers are concerned, they have the numbers on their side, that they've made the submission before the governor, and that they are the ones with whom the mandate rests, and that they will make good the numbers come the floor test tomorrow. So they've presented a confident front. This, of course, is the immediate issue at hand. The broader issue, however, continues to prevail, with both Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhi as well as Kapil Sibal arguing that at least as far as governor's actions are concerned, not beyond judicial review, can be subject to judicial review, can be corrected, and that discretion cannot be absolute. So those are broader questions. Will perhaps the apex court will decide at a later date. For now, at least as far as the tussle in Karnataka is concerned, a solution appears to be in sight by way of the apex court orders. Supreme Court directing a floor test tomorrow at 4 p.m. in the Karnataka Assembly.
That's the appointed hour then, Ashmit. Thank you very much for that.